Hey everyone, I'm Egoqueenalexis and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are taking a look at the best and worst models of 2019 for Warhammer 40k as well as Blackstone Fortress and some of the other games as well, some of the ones that I thought were cool. I'm not going to be looking at Age of Sigmar because I don't really play the game too much and I haven't really kept up with their line, so please forgive me. And we're also going to be taking a look at some of the other things as well. The other things being things that I currently forgot, so I am good at this. Joining me today is my fiance, Victor.
Hello.
And Victor and me are going to be married soon, so that's awesome. Sorry, I'm excited about that. Sorry. So. Victor, right off the bat, what is your favorite model of this year?
Hmm. Is it bad that my favorite model of the year isn't out yet?
What model would that be?
That would be the Mechanicus Flyer.
Oh yeah. Well, that's not this year's
It,
model,
yeah, I
unfortunately.
know. It's been debuted, but I honestly can't think. I forget that a lot of stuff came out this year. So
That is true. That is
is
so
there
true.
is there like a lot of pictures that we can look at?
Yes, in fact, if you look up there, you can see all of the tabs that I have open that is currently killing my computer.
Oh boy, should we go through some of them?
Yep. Although I do want to say we are looking at the best and worst, and I have to say the artist that they've recently hired, the one that did some of the art in this book, I'm not too excited about. And I want to explain this really quickly. The art, the pose is nice. I don't like the style it's drawn in. That's my big gripe with it. Um, but they use the same artist in the Space Marine book, and it just does not look good. That may be me. I know a lot of people are like rabidly against my opinions on that, but yeah, yeah. Hey,
Eh,
I like the Space Marine Stealth Walker. I think that thing is cool.
details.
So, so. These are in no particular order at all. We're just going to take a look at them, starting with, let's actually start with the back. Oh, the Ridge Runner, the Gene Stealer Colt car. I
Oh,
love this model. I think this
oh
is one
yeah.
of the best models that GW has made in quite some time. I have two of these in my collection. I want like three to four of these things. They looked so cool. I love them.
Well, the thing that I've always, well, in my heart, I have a soft spot for Tyranid, mostly because there's a tiny ripper eating through it, but details. Uh, I like the Gene Stealer cult only in the sense is that it gives us a look into civilian Imperium, although
Mm-hmm.
it has been uh, mutated, so to speak, mostly with graffiti and emplaced weapons.
Well, what's funny about the emplaced weapons, the heavy stubbers that are on this thing are normal. The
Yeah,
the bigger
some of
weapon
them
is
are.
like that's
Yeah,
how messed up life is in 40k where normal vehicles have heavy weapons on them.
they do. They even have shovels.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not any shovel, it's an entrenching tool.
So next up we have the Aberrants. Again, I love the Gene Stealer cults, but I am not too big a fan of the Aberrants. I think there's a lot of potential that they have, but I kind of wanted them to be more Ogre-esque than anything else. But
Yeah, they aren't as big as Ogren.
yeah, they're pretty small. They're one of the best units in the Gene Stealer cult codex. But in my opinion,
Are they only toughness 4?
they are T4.
Ah, Ogren are T5.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I like them, but they're not the worst models. I think they could have done with a little bit more tweaking, but yeah.
Look, all I needed in my life was power picks, okay?
Yeah, true.
Alright, let's look at the
Next up,
next.
we have the Jackal Alphas, um, combining a dirt bike and a sniper rifle for one of the best characters Gene Stealer Cult has. I honestly don't think the Gene Stealer cult has a truly bad model. They have some models like the Aberrants that I don't like, but overall their aesthetic is perfect. And dirt bikes. I am a huge biker. Like, I love bikes. I used to have a Yamaha Phaser. I loved my motorcycle. Unfortunately, it got stolen a couple of years ago, but, details. When I moved to
Yeah.
Arizona, I'm getting a motorcycle.
Yeah.
But the Jackal Alphas, I don't like this model particularly, but overall, like, I don't like its head option. The funny thing is, I actually have one of these models that I'm going to use the Gene Stealer cultist head on top of. That's a woman from the Ridge Runner, so that way my Jackal Alphas is a woman, and I want that because my other two are men. So I also made
I
two
th-
of them as punk rockers.
I thought that the Jackal Alphas came female baseline.
It does, but it doesn't have the soft features that I want.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Then again, do Gene Stealer hybrids have soft features? Actually, they do. The Magos
Yeah,
does.
the Magos. Oh, next up we have the actual bikers themselves. I love this kit. I think it's amazing. My only gripe with it is that I wish you could get a squad of the that one right there, the
You mean
quad.
the quads? Yeah.
If we could get a squad of quads, that would be amazing. Like, they
A
wouldn't
qu-
be good. They would just be really, really, really cool. Actually, that might be good. You give three of them flamers, they pop in.
You
That's
mean
actually
the
pretty good.
quad squad?
Yeah, we could get a quad squad.
Yeah. Get on it,
Although,
GW.
although I don't think that they are the best Gene Stealer cult models. I think they are definitely atmospheric and perfect for the setting. I absolutely love them, but they are not my favorite Gene Stealer cult models.
Yeah, but they're dirt bikes. They're so cool.
Next up, we have the Ambo. The Ambo is kind of insane looking. I love this thing.
I mean, this thing is super old, fluff wise.
Yeah, it dates all the way back to Rogue Trader.
Yeah, it's great. I believe it made its debut in that other Xenos where a Kroot, a Necron, and an Amble all show up in the same
Mm-hmm.
picture.
And
It's a
a
very
Tyranid.
iconic picture. Oh yeah, was it a Gene Steal?
Gene Stealer and a Spore Mine also appear in that picture.
Oh yeah.
Because that was back
Mm.
before the Gene Stealers were part of the Tyranid Codex, as well as the Spore Mines.
Yeah, and another old reference is that uh, spoiler in Caiaphas Cain, Caves of Ice. Our intrepid commissar runs into a nest of ambles.
That's horrifying.
I know,
That is.
but those are not the biggest spoiler in that book.
Then again, Caiaphas Cain has run into, while trying to get,
Everything.
yeah, while trying to get Tau off of a planet, ran into a Gene Stealer cult.
Well, he runs into Gene Stealer cults all the time. So
Yeah, I know, right?
then again, Gene Stealer cults did not even have an army when that first Caiaphas Cain book came out.
Mm-hmm.
Who goes there?
Hey, yo.
Oh,
Hey,
hi,
White. Thank you for joining us. We are currently streaming.
Gotcha.
Next,
And we're
we
looking.
have. Oh, we have this dude.
Who is it?
The mechanic is Dr. Robotnik.
Oh yeah, this guy's great. Although for the longest time, I thought I didn't see his other robotic hand, so I thought he was just doing the shush. he shushes his enemies.
I have to put this down. I have to put this down as one of the worst models.
I like him. I like him. It's the Mechanicus aesthetic. He looks like a mini call.
Okay, let's click on something random. We have the Chaos Space Marines, the brand new update this year to the Chaos Space Marine line, which made them just as tall as Primaris Marines and without the extra wound, which is fine because they actually perform just as well.
They can have way more options, right?
Yeah, they are they're typical tactical Marines, but they don't get any of the stalker rifles or anything like that. So they don't deal
Right.
as much range damage, but they actually deal more damage in close combat, thanks to shock assault and them being all able to carry a chainsword.
Wait, they just have chain swords, like all of them, right?
No, you have to take that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
But
like you
I
can make them.
really, 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 really like the new aesthetic of the Chaos Space Marines. They're not as gaudy and overdone as the older ones where they had literal spikes everywhere and they looked really stupid. These ones actually feel more like either Renegade-esque or just falling to chaos,
You can
which
see the various helm designs coming from the Heresy, which looks really good.
in fact,
Mostly the Thousand Suns helmets.
yeah, in fact I actually do like the mix and match of their armors. Like you can see some of the Mark III armor plating with some of the Mark V legs. Now, granted, I'm saying that while pointing to this model that I'm displaying, but this model is not representative of what I just said. But there are some. Yeah, here it is. The Mark III Heresy armor is right there. The other one had the Mark V legs. Um, I don't know when they picked up this strange backpack. I am really
It,
confused by that.
I think that's just a mutation of the backpack, and by that I mean these things literally mutated in the warp.
Random.
Yeah, it's a strange thing, but I believe that's the explanation for the Chaos Marine backpack and why
And
it doesn't,
spikes and such.
and spikes and such. But yeah, their armor does mutate along with them.
Also, I think they're kind of priced okay at $60 because they're multi-part plastic kits that you can make a whole ton of havocs out of.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Now, I won't put these in as the best looking models because they are good looking, they're just not the best.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Chaos Space Marine Sorcerer with the most hilarious face ever.
That is the master. No, wait, that's not the Master of Possession. That's the Alpha Legion guy.
Yeah, it's just a sorcerer.
Oh, yeah, yes.
So he's more mutated than his brethren. He is carrying a floating sigil in his hand with his staff of staffiness. He also looks like he's very scared of the thing in his hand. He's like,
Ah!
why is my hand on fire? Also, you could tell that he just came out of the shower because he has his bathrobe on. And he wanted to take his favorite story, so he wrapped him up and put him on his model himself. So I guarantee one of those is Declaration of Independence.
There's
Looks
also
he looks like Nicolas Cage.
there's also an alien nomming on the back of his skull.
Yeah, there is.
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, so I don't want to say this is one of the worst, but I would say that this is one of the worst in the Chaos Space Marine line. So
It's
not
it's kind of
terrific.
goofy.
It is. Like, swap out the helmet and you fix all of the problems with this model. That's it.
Yeah, probably.
Next up, we have the Chaos Space Marine Noise Marine. This is a callback to Rogue Trader. I love this model. I think it is terrific. This would make a perfect Blastmaster for any squad. And the fact that he's standing on top of a Primaris Space Marine helm, I love. I love that he has platform boots on. I love it. I love it. I love all of this right now. White, be sure to grab questions as they come. If you guys want to ask questions or want to be super awesome and use Super Chat, I will read your questions right on here live with you guys. And yeah. So,
This model just screams, "Hey kids, remember that 40K started in the 80s?"
hey kids, remember that 40K is a grimdark aesthetic. It's not. It's not.
It's not. Not really. Like you can take, like, there are different flavors of grim dark in 40K. You can go like all grim and no dark, and then you can just go all dark, and then
Yeah.
you can just turn it up to 11, break the damn thing off, and you've got this.
Ironically, I don't want to say this is one of the best designed models either.
It's like, it's not it's not a very complicated model,
If they
but
released a squad along with it, I think it would have been really cool.
I mean, if they'd released a squad with different instruments, yeah, that would have been like the best.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a unique standalone model, wasn't it? Like a White Dwarf anniversary thing.
Yeah, something like that. It was a special edition.
Yeah, it's pretty good. These guys are just plain boring.
The Primaris Infiltrators. I like these guys, actually. They're more of a
I mean,
tactical marine, which is rather funny to say, considering that there's tactical marines. But I really think that these guys actually fit the aesthetic a little bit better of being actual marines. You can see that
yeah,
they carry... sorry, Victor, I keep talking over you. I don't mean to.
I keep interrupting. It's my bad. Keep going.
But you can see that they all have their standard equipment. They all have a bolt pistol on them. They have multiple things to carry ammunition, which you don't really see on Space Marines. You can see multiple grenades. Some of them, I think, even have grenades on their back. And to be honest, I really, really, really like these Marines. I think that they are really... Okay, so I like the idea of these Marines. I still am not fond of these legs. Like, if they just rounded it at the kneecap, I think I would have been so much... It would have looked so much more aesthetically pleasing. But the fact that it has that, like, thin part of the leg makes it look like they're in shorts. And yeah.
There's something about the fact that these are smaller Primaris Marines. It's almost as if a tactical Marine, like, if you look at these and stand one of these next to a tactical Marines, it looks like the tactical Marine has stubby legs.
Yeah. Although
Yeah.
if you stand one of these next to a Primaris Space Marine, they're the same size.
Yeah, and it's I don't know, there is, in 40k artwork, if you look at a Marine, there's something instinctual about being able to look at his proportions and tell if the artwork is official or not. Because the proportions of Marines is what most fan art gets wrong. Either the legs are too long, or the arms are too big, or the
you
shoulder pads too small.
You have to admit that the fan art is usually better than 40k's official art.
No. It's like
point.
No. It's not the art style that's worse. It's the proportions that are off. And when I look at these guys, I look and think their proportions look wrong.
I think the opposite. Their proportions actually look more human.
Well, yeah, they look more human because the older models just are bad.
Well, yeah, the old Space Marines that are all doing Slav squats.
Yeah, they are just too small.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these guys, now that they've actually gotten some height to them, finally, I probably just need to get used to them. But all in all, to me, these guys are bland.
Yeah, I can feel it, but they're not bad. That's what I'm
hearing.
Oh,
no. They're fine. Just very plain and boring.
Next up, we have the Incursors. Pretty much the same things, except they have this bomb. And they have that. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Again, same. We can go over the same exact things and say the exact same things, but to save you guys some time, they're bland.
They're bland. Although they do have that funky-looking signum on their backpack.
Yeah, I do like that.
And
Next up, we have the Eliminators.
That's nice.
So,
Ooh, go ahead.
The Eliminators are badass, except for their sergeant, who for some reason took the scope off of his gun to use as a monocular. And that bugs me, because if you did that, you would have to recalibrate that entire weapon.
But at least with the kit, you can replace that with binoculars.
Yes, you can. And I think that's actually one of the... No, they don't actually show it, I don't think. But regardless, I actually ridiculously like this kit. I think this kit is absolutely terrific. So, like, I just think this kit looks amazing. This actually looks like a Space Marine with a huge-ass sniper rifle that's capable of blowing somebody's head off. Like, they took
So,
the standard bolt weapon and made it look really, really, really cool.
so about this, babe. I have had a theory that if Marines wanted to, quote unquote, hide themselves, they wouldn't have to do much. And the idea of just putting some cloth over yourself, even though you're a 8 foot tall superhuman, it really does the trick.
Well,
So if you
that's a
flip him,
Cameline cloak.
well, I know that, but flip him around so that we can see him from the cape side.
Okay.
So the thing about this is that I've had to as a GM of Dark Heresy and other 40k role playing games, I ran into a huge issue of needing to infiltrate 2 Chaos Marines, and funnily enough, just the idea of throwing some fabric over them and having them just stomp around, it kind of worked because you really need to get close enough to get a peek at what's underneath. So I like that, but it's a shame that scouts have now been replaced by an entire army of Primaris.
Ironically, scouts still perform better than them.
Do they?
They're
Are they
cheaper.
that cheap?
It's just because they're cheaper.
Yeah.
You literally just infiltrate them onto an objective, and that's where they stay the entire game. Eliminators, I don't count in the same category. Eliminators are excellent. Like, they are one of the best Space Marine unit. So, I think it's really good, but I don't think it's the best. Here, I just grabbed this one so we can get this guy. The Suppressor. Which, I actually really like this dude. He just kind of looks neat.
I don't know. These were goofy when they came out, but they've kind of grown on me.
Well, it's like, take a jump pack and the most powerful big giant weapon you can grab. I love it.
Also, for some reason, Primaris Marines have been gravitating towards solid projectile weapons, not bolt weapons.
Yeah.
Because that's an autocannon.
Yep, that's what that one is. They don't have any... Like, the one thing that bugs me is Space Marine Scouts, they actually have long lasses. Some of them have a long las. And some of them have the Stalker Bolters. Well, not the Stalker Bolters anymore, but the Bolt Sniper Rifle. And...
Hey, babe.
Yeah?
What do you call a tall Scottish woman?
What?
A long lass.
Ha. You're lame. But
I know.
you don't see any, like, las-based weapons except on the Eliminators with the Laslock. Or, not the Laslock, the, whatever their weapon is called. That's a las cannon variant.
I honestly forget.
But I like this guy. I think he looks cool. Granted, I have no idea how he switches to his secondary weapon. I guess he just kind of holds his gun one-handed and pulls his pistol? Yeah. Alright, let's take a step away from Marines for a second. And most of this stuff is going to be Marines. I think he came out this year, but Harkin World Claimer? Was he from this year?
I don't remember.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Let's see.
No, wait. He was. When did
Vigilus
Vigilus come out?
But
Wasn't it 2018?
the pre-order went up in December 2018. So
Oh, that means it came out. He came out in 2019, very
nope,
early.
not counting him.
No. Like, his model didn't come out. Like, the pre-order went up, but the model wasn't out.
Still counting it as a 2018.
well,
Oh, wait, no, it says yes this year. Well, I already X'd him out, but I really like him. He's kind of useless. He's like Marinus Colgar. Actually, he's Marinus Colgar.
Marinus Colgar doesn't have a jump back.
No, that's why I think Harkin is actually a little bit better than Marinus Colgar.
Colgar doesn't have.
Any unit that has the fly keyword is amazing this edition.
Oh, look, there's a Hammerlord from Blackstone Fortress,
Yep. The only Chaos Space Marine to wield a Thunderhammer.
which is
What?
very strange.
Yep. Although if you buy
And
him, he's just a generic Chaos Lord. And
wait,
he
isn't
only
his
has 2
name
options.
Malix or something?
Yeah, Obsidious Malix.
Yep.
Oh yeah, very. That's Oh, he has a black hammer, and his name is Malix.
Uh,
I don't think he's the
kind-
worst designed. I actually really like him.
I mean, Mope wouldn't like him because he has a top knot.
I actually cut the top knot off of this model.
Oh,
And I sanded it down, and now he looks like Lex Luthor. He just looks like Lex Luthor.
You could just give him a helmet.
You could, or you could just cut off the top knot and make him look like Lex Luthor. Again, I don't think he's the best. He's not the worst. He's just kind of there. Generic Chaos Lords on foot, nobody takes because you either take them in Terminator armor or a jump pack or a bike. I don't think you can take bikes anymore, but when you could. Overall, I think Chaos Lord is always good. This model is meh. Next up, we have the terrain feature that I've been seeing more and more of, just being used as a piece of terrain instead of the actual Chaos Gate. I really like it. It is definitely Chaos-esque, and it gives you the feel of the army itself. And I think it acts kind of like the Webway Gate of the Eldar, so it's pretty useful.
No, it's a bit of Blackstone Fortress that you can nullify psychic powers or boost them.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, most people should be using it because it's actually really good.
I think it can be destroyed, though, and that's the big thing, the big kicker of it.
Yeah, it can. Unlike that Battle Sanctum that the sisters are getting, it can't be destroyed.
Yep, Battle Sanctum cannot be destroyed.
Take that, Chaos.
Meh.
I like it. It's not the best. It's not the worst.
It's a cool terrain piece.
Yeah. The Chaos Terminators, which... They're Chaos Terminators. They're Terminators. Terminators are not that good. And that kind of influences my decision here. I don't like Chaos Terminators. If you are going to field Chaos Terminators, I highly suggest going all combi weapons and a bunch of power axes. I think is the best way to run them.
Not a single combi weapon in sight.
Yep. Actually, no, there's one combi weapon. It's a combi flamer.
Actually,
There's 2 combi weapons, Victor.
Yeah.
I see only twin-linked weapons.
Nope, there's a combi weapon right on the front guy right here, and there's a combi weapon right here. We have a combi flamer and a combi flamer.
They're not.
The Combi Bolter. Ha, get wrecked.
Yeah, technically it is a combi bolter. Okay, we can actually see it here. It's a combi plasma on this one guy. Okay, and then the other guy... Nope, do this. What is that weapon? Combi flamer? Combi flamer. So yeah, do a whole bunch of combi weapons on them. I like the Chaos Terminators, but again, they're Terminators and they're not that good. So that kind of influences my decision here.
Yeah, Terminators need help. They
Oh.
they have not been good all of 8th. I feel for Addie's Grey Knight Terminators because they're just so bad.
So now we have the Keeper of Secrets, Bahamut themselves. I love this model.
This is possibly this is in my number 1 spot for now, unless we hit something that's better than this.
Yep, this is definitely my number 1 as well. Bahamut right here, they look amazing. They absolutely look amazing. Everything about this model is incredible. And you get Hellbane themselves. Hellbane is actually pretty useful as well. Still with a 14-inch movement, but I honestly think the Keeper of Secrets, Bahamut right here, just a perfect model. This is just amazing.
I don't think I've ever said it on stream, but I've said it in the Discord before. Just the more I look at that model, the less I find bad about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad about this model.
The longer you look, the more you like this model.
I want to get one and just paint it up. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Like everything about this model is beautiful. I mean, the one thing that I would do is I'm going to cut this off and put it back more so it's a ponytail instead of a... Because it's not a top knot. It is technically a ponytail where it is. But still, I want to put it back more.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is a ponytail. It's just leaning.
Yeah.
Like, if it was just standing up straight and, like, not looking down, because it is looking down at something, then it would just be a ponytail. So.
Also, did the chat stop? Because it's not loading on my side. There we go. Okay, never mind.
There we go.
Never mind.
It's working.
But yeah, one of the best models made by GW.
Yeah,
honestly,
we have a winner for now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Fiends. Fiends actually look incredible also. I really like this. This was kind of GW's answer to the whole PC thing, because it just has a row of breasts going down the one side that are very clearly breasts with nipples and everything.
So, you wanted some breasts? Well, here you go. All the breasts you could ever want.
They did the whole split right down the middle of male and female, which I really like. Although the male side doesn't actually have nipples.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah,
Why can't the male side get nipples too? Free the nipple.
Free the nipple.
I really like these models. Also on tabletop, they're one of the best model that Slaanesh has. With the ability of not being able to retreat from them is incredible.
Wait, you can't retreat from Fiends?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, snap!
Yeah, so if you have an army of 15... no, actually just 10, you can cover most of the board, and you can hit your entire opponent's army turn 1. If you have a Keeper of Secrets with them, or another named character that can keep up, you can hit your entire opponent's army, and you could just walk up your monsters.
How is this thing not in every anti-castle list?
So the one problem that Fiends have is they're not, like all of Slaanesh, they're not durable. So if your opponent goes first, they gun down the Fiends immediately. But yeah, it's kind of a shame. Slaanesh is a glass cannon. A really hard hitting glass cannon.
Oh well.
Then we have the Inferno Directress, which I love this model. I think this model is absolutely beautiful. Let's take a closer look at it. It has the whole... It just has this grotesque Slaaneshi vibe that I absolutely love. Like all the scarification in this guy's back. The fact that his tendons are being played like a musical instrument and mutated into the harp. And this guy volunteered for this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one of the biggest things. This feels good for him. And also causes him excruciating pain.
Which is the whole point.
Yep. Inferno and Rapturesses are usually the demon that actually start invasions, which I think is really cool. And they will lure men to their dooms. I just think everything about this model is... Like, the fluff of this model, amazing. The model itself, amazing. The lore behind it, amazing. Everything about this model is ridiculously cool.
It is. And its rules are great.
Its rules are pretty good. I wouldn't say that they're great. It's a little bit overcosted for what it does. If they lowered her by...
Didn't it get points decreased in chapter approved?
Even still, I think it needs to be dropped just a little bit more.
Well, fair.
Like, if they dropped it by 15 points, like, they're an auto-include right now, but they still feel like they're overcosted. So if you are doing, RIP headphone users.
Wait, what happened?
Sorry. It might be my mic is going up too loud. Let me lower my mic for a second. Okay.
It's fine for me. I'm using
going in the back. But I really, 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 really love this model. I think it's incredible. But I don't think it's the best design of this year, especially compared to the Keeper of Secrets.
Mm-hmm.
We have the best puppers in the world. Actually,
Wow.
in the Immaterium. He's such a good pupper, you get to pet him 3 times. Yep. I love this dog so much. I think he is adorable. And also, I just think it's a really cool looking model. They scaled up the model quite a bit, and I think it's incredible looking. Though it still feels too smushed in the heads. I know that's a weird thing to say, but if they widened this model just a bit, I think it would be much better. But overall, if one of these came walking into my house, I would have it on the ground giving it belly rubs.
Is there a 360 of this one?
Yes, there
Yeah.
is.
Go look at it, because I think the angle isn't helping.
Yeah, because like I have the model and the head smushing isn't that bad,
I
in
guess
my
it's
opinion.
just for me,
Yeah. 2 weeks
Yeah.
there.
but it does feel like the heads are a little bit too smooshed together.
I
But
guess...
think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. So you throw a frisbee. You have to throw 3 frisbees. Okay? If this dog comes running up to you, you have to pet all 3 of its arms. So you need to be blessed by chaos as well to grow another arm so that
Or
you
just
can pet this puppers.
Yeah, but it's not the bestest boy in the galaxy, though.
What?
No, that's this little guy right here.
Yeah.
The Doberman.
Huh.
Yes, that would be the Kill Team Rogue Trader doggo.
But he only has one head.
Yeah, which makes him bestest boy.
Then we
Yeah.
have Skulltaker. Skulltaker to me, this is going to be a weird complaint. He isn't big enough.
Hmm?
Like,
Isn't he
can-
bigger than other bloodletters?
he's on a 32, which the bloodletters are on. You put a little bit of cork and a cape on a bloodletter, and it's pretty much the same thing. Like that's my complaint about this.
I mean, you could run that model as an unnamed herald, and nobody would kind of notice.
Yeah, I feel like Skulltaker should have. Like, I get it, his cape has all the skulls on it and everything, but at the same time, you just take a bit of green stuff and a cape that you get from any Chaos Space Marine kit, put it on a Cornate Warrior or Bloodletter, and then just put all the skulls on it, and you can make this guy relatively cheap.
Yeah, but you'd need a lot of skulls.
Just 1 box of them. The mask I was actually disappointed in. Yeah. I don't know how to put this. It looks good, but
It just feels a little underwhelming.
I don't like its massive chin. Like, for a model that's supposed to be beautiful, it's not beautiful. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Next up we have Wrath and Rapture, which was a box set that came out. This is still one of the best box sets, and I actually want to get a few more of these. Nothing real of note here. You get the Juggernauts, but that's it.
We've gone over most of those.
Everything else came out as separate kits already, except for the corn dogs.
The Juggernauts of their own kit is just very overpriced because there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Oh, the Flesh Hounds, yeah, they're their own kit too.
Are they their own kit now?
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at these
I think
puppers.
so. I'll double check.
This is what happens when a puppers watches too much Jurassic Park. Rah. I like this guy. He's cute. Still wouldn't say
Okay.
that's the best.
Yeah, they are
Oh.
their own kit.
We're up to the bread box. We are up to the bread box. Okay. I hate this kit. I think it looks so dumb.
Yeah.
Even for a Mechanicum vehicle, this looks dumb.
You should probably build these as the tanks.
The tank
They at
looks...
least look...
Yeah, the
It
tank looks so much better.
Yeah, it looks better. Like, it's... I don't know, there's just something something about the troop carrier that just does not work.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't just count as the tank as your transport. Like, that's pretty easy.
So I'm going to say that the tank is in a running for the worst model of this year.
I don't agree. It looks no worse than any Space Marine vehicle.
Next up, we have the Primaris Executioner, the newest tank that they just... Well, the second newest tank that they just got. This thing, I hate the pictures of. Love this thing in person. This tank looks intimidating in person. Online, it looks extremely silly and squished together, but in person, it actually looks really, really good. They took all of the complaints I had about the original Primaris tank and widened it. They widened that turret and just made it look so much better. This tank actually looks like a current tank, and I think that that's really cool. Like, I really like it.
I mean, without the... Oh wait, no. Do modern tanks have Gatling cannons next to their...
Technically, no,
cannons?
but they do have machine guns.
Yeah, they do, but this is just such overkill. But then again, Marines don't do overkill.
This has about the same amount of weapons as a current day tank.
Just 40k weapons.
Yeah.
30k weapons are just that much more brutal, I guess.
I'm not going to say this is the best looking model nor the worst looking model of the year. It's kind of here, and it looks nice.
I think we can say that about most of the Primaris stuff. Like, it's not bad looking, but it's not mind-blowing.
Oh, we're up to the Master of Executions. I hate this model. I hate this model. I think it looks so silly. It's ridiculous. It's literally just a Chaos Space Marine with a one-handed axe.
It's a two-handed axe.
That he's holding with one hand.
But he shouldn't be, because he's going to have way too much momentum and he won't be able to stop himself. And yeah, he just does not... I mean, aside from the heads that he's holding in his hands and some extra bony bits on his armor, he is not really that unique.
I don't think $30 is too much for this guy. He just...
Yeah.
Like, if you have a Chaos Space Marine... Just get a two-handed axe from somebody. They're not that hard to come by. And just count him as the Master of Executions. Also, I think the Master of Executions rules aren't even that good.
Probably not.
I think they're cool. Like, the idea of them. But overall...
I think this guy is in the running for worst model.
Yeah, that's where I'm putting him. Alright, so randomly clickety-clack over to the Blackstone Fortress Cultists of the Abyss. I love these models. I think these models look really, really, really cool. If somebody wants a really unique-looking cultist, I highly suggest these. And the only thing that I would change is, like, you just need to change that flame weapon into something else. But all you need to do is just cut the pipe and put something on the end of it.
I mean... Is a heavy flamer such a bad choice for cultists?
They can't take it.
They can only take a normal flamer.
What? I thought that weapon counted as a heavy flamer.
That weapon does count as a heavy flamer. That's why I can't use it.
Yeah, but if you want to use them with the Blackstone Fortress rules, you gotta do all these detachment shenanigans.
Yeah, and it's just not worth it.
Well, that's a but.
But I do like the amount of representation here. We got a few women, we got a few men, we got a bunch of different ethnicities all around, including this guy who actually looks like he's never seen the light of day, kind of like me. And overall, I really like them. Like, if you're going to run cultists, I highly suggest you pick up all the unique humans and just mix them together. Like, even if you decide not to use this guy, just go ahead and just mix them all together. But I'm going to say that they are not the best, not the worst. Victor, go to push to talk.
I apologize for my neighbors who are blasting.
Yes, please go to push to talk. Alright, so next up we have the Blackstone Fortress Escalation with the human characters. We're not going to look at the Chaos characters because we just looked at them. We have Captain Can Opener and her retinue, which has arguably one of the most broken characters made. For Mechanicus, anyway.
Wait, broken how?
Oh, the data archaeologist guy. He has the ability to just point at something and say everything within 6 inches of me has a 2+ ballistic skill. If they shoot at that. Yeah. So you put 3 units of Castellan robots right next to him. He points at one thing and your opponent just to save time removes it.
I need this guy.
Yeah. Luckily, I have him.
I mean, all of them look so good. This actually... If the Keeper of Secrets didn't look so good, I would put these into contender for best models of the year.
See, I wouldn't, because as cool as the some of them look, like the Primaris Psyker, the woman there, I really like her, but like it's kind of that they're not standouty enough to be in my best runners.
Captain Can Opener is pretty damn standouty. There's a servo skull reloading her pistol.
Yeah, she has 2 auto reloaders for her pistols. I really like that.
Yeah.
Because the other one's an auto reloader too.
Yeah, they are.
She's a duelist too, so I really like that.
She's a desperado, you mean?
Yeah, which is also a duelist.
There's
a short comic I've seen with her walking into a bar with the Kilomorph standing there, and the Kilomorph draws all of his guns and she draws hers. I forget what else shows up there, but it's like a 3rd and 4th thing that shows up. And they're all just the desperados. I really like this kit. I want to get it very well painted, and yeah. Next up, we have some of the uglier Primaris models, starting with probably the best looking of the ugly models. We have Furrows? I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this, but we have the Primaris Tech Marine dude guy with the grabby arm.
They can just have a heavy bolter on his backpack.
I mean, he's probably the best looking one out of the named character ones. I like him a lot, but I don't like his mustache. He's got too much of the old sensei from like ancient China movies. But overall, I do like his aesthetic. And we've had Primaris Tech Marines for quite some time. Literally any of them driving any of the machines. But it's cool to actually see what are they called? Their chapter masters. Their chapter masters are called something different.
Oh. Iron Fathers.
Iron Fathers. I really like them. I think they're neat, but he's definitely not the best designed model of this year. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We have Keithan crawling in my skin Shrike with the Sasuke haircut.
Poor guy.
With his helm on, he looks really cool. So with the helmet on, he looks really cool. Without it, he's crawling in my skin. He's gonna welcome you to the Black Crusade. But he will bring you to life. Can we stop naming emo songs now and move on to the next one?
Let's move on.
All right, I'm going to skip over to something else. We have the Bloodmaster, Herald of Khorne. Literally just a blood letter with some fancy bits on them. Literally, just take your blood letters and just put bits on them from Chaos Space Marines and you get these guys. In fact, if you have done that, I want to see pictures of it.
Wait, Skulltigger looks better than this guy. Is this guy supposed to be, like, named or something?
No, it's just a generic herald.
Yeah, he's a Bloodmaster, that's it.
Bleh.
But it doesn't look bad. Ooh. Now we got the big boy himself, Abaddon the Despoiler.
Oh, he looks so good.
He definitely looks menacing. I love him. I think Dracnian's a little bit too small, but that's just me. But it's not the size that counts, it's how he uses it, and he uses it very, very well. He's got his talent for... Also, can we just point out something real quick? This poor Space Marine right here has been killed by literally everything in the Chaos Space Marine Force. Don't give yourself a red helmet. You will die.
Yeah, the red helmet makes you stand out. Also, if the Keeper of Secrets didn't exist, this Abaddon would pretty much take the top spot, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I'm still going to leave him on there as one of the better models. So let's go ahead and skip to a different thing.
Oh, wait. No, wait. You didn't look at his foot. He's also stepping on another Primaris Marine with a red helmet, I think.
Well, I already passed him and I don't know where he is anymore. So, the Magus.
On a poor lieutenant.
I'm actually going to put this in the running for the best looking model.
Wait, would you stop? You're going all over the place.
No, I'm not.
You would.
The Magus
is Magus.
Legit one of the best looking GW models in my opinion. She looks intimidating, she looks powerful, and overall I love her aesthetic. She also has booty for days. Like her hips, they do lie, but they look
hips
fantastic. Also, I really, really, really want to build her. I want to build this outfit so badly. Like, it's not that hard, and I've been meaning to do it for some time now.
Yeah, like this cosplay does not look that difficult.
No.
Although, here's a question: what Imperial outfit is that supposed to be? Because if you look at the back, that thing is supposed to be mining equipment.
So, from everything that I've seen in the comic that she debuted in, this is the Imperial robes of, well, it's actually Imperial robes, with a highborn sigil on it.
Right, so it's a fancier mining outfit thing.
No, it's not a mining outfit. I don't know why they included this part, but in the comic where she debuted, she actually tricked a Space Marine. Well, granted, she also mind controlled a Grey Knight Terminator, so
right.
Yeah,
but
incorruptible.
Yeah, just for the face alone, this thing is in the top spot, but I don't think it tops the Keeper.
Yeah.
I mean, the Keeper is a top, but she is definitely a power bottom. I love this model. I absolutely adore this model. It is one of the best additions. I have 3 of this model, I think, all painted by different painters, and all of them look amazing. So,
one of them even has hair.
Yeah, one of them is literally me. Next up, we have the Ambots. These things are silly.
These guys are cool.
They are so silly.
I kind of want one.
I do intend to get them. They look silly. They look over the top. How the hell does this happen? This is 40K as hell. I love it.
Yeah, this is Necromunda as all heck.
So what did they do? Capture Ambos and just put armor on them, or is this the Ambos themselves putting armor on?
No.
It's just a robot.
These are just think Castellan robots, but they just built them differently, and they're built for mining operations. So this is literally science imitating nature.
All right, that's fair.
Because Ambos are burrowing creatures, so the Imperium just made burrowing robots.
Okay, quickly reading up on them. Apparently, they have the central nervous system of an Ambo.
So it is built around...
Yeah, it is built around an Ambo.
Huh.
Okay.
Too big stuff for mining.
So, next up we have Sabrina Rain. Her book is actually pretty decent. There's no 360 of this model, but this model has actually been growing on me quite a bit over the last few months. Mostly because in the back you can actually see that she has a bun, so all of her hair is just pulled back, which I really like.
Yeah, the front picture really doesn't do her any justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really need to look at her in profile to see how much better she looks. Although I will say, this is the only Imperial Guard model to come out since
in the last 10 years.
6th edition.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, the last thing to come out was the
Fulgurins.
didn't an artillery tank come out after the Bulgarins?
The Bulgarins, the Deathstrike missile and its variant, the Manticore, and I think the Hellhound.
No. I am thinking of the artillery tank that shoots sharpened Aquilus.
What?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh yeah, the one that has
It's
the
not
4
the-
cannons.
I keep thinking Griffin, but it's not that.
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the same
not
kit though.
It's not the Basilisk.
It's the same kit as the Hydra.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, but that was the why hasn't Imperial Guard gotten anything? Like I feel semi bad for them because
They have atrocious looking models.
Hasn't everyone else gotten something new?
No.
Who hasn't?
Well, technically the Eldar are still waiting for theirs, the Blood Angels are still waiting for theirs.
Wait, the Eldar just got
Howling Banshees.
Yeah, that's something.
Whoa.
That's a unit. That's not a named character.
Oh, they did technically get a named character as well with Jinzar.
Yeah, so they got 2 things.
Let's see, what other army didn't get updated yet?
Tau?
Yeah, Tau.
Has Tau really not gotten anything?
No, because the Tau got the
since?
Storm Surges.
Yeah, those things are huge. So yeah, Imperial Guard, poor guys.
I can't
They
think of
need
anything else.
They need new guardsmen.
Oh, I have Skulltaker on here twice. Abaddon. Chief Librarian Tigurius as a Primaris model. I want to put this down as one of the worst designs of this year.
Yeah, this
It's not
guy.
distinctive, and he looks silly.
He looks super silly. I love his backpack, but he looks silly.
Yeah, he
Necron's
does.
got the Cryptek with the floating arcs back in 5th edition. Oh.
No, this is...
Wait,
that's
no.
Yeah, that was
Necron's
6th, 7th
Necrons
edition.
get something.
Yeah, I mean, the model line is the same. The only new thing they got was the Cryptek from Forgebane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Battlebot.
Next model, we have the Red Gobbo.
The Red Gobbo.
I'm whatever about this.
Someone in chat brings it up.
Yeah,
What if...
Tyranids.
Yeah.
I think their newest model was, because of that whole thing that happened with them, which we're not going to name. But yeah, they didn't really get anything new aside from the Harpy and the Hiriden, or Harpy and Hive Crown. And that was pretty much it. I don't like the Red Gobbo.
Oh look, Red Gobbo. I wrote a poem about this guy. Go check it out. It's on the channel.
Yeah,
It
do
was
that.
the night before Candlemas.
Yeah, I don't think he's a bad design. I don't think he's good.
I mean, for what he is, he looks very colorful and full of character. So you can't really.
Grimdark.
I mean, it's. Look, if you want to hear a poem about this greenskin killing someone, go right ahead. Go listen to my stuff. That's grimdark.
Oh, so next up we have Mephiston.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like his face.
I like him.
He looks like his head is covered by ramen noodles. Tell me I am wrong. He's got a ramen noodle head.
It now. He really could have used some another layer of shade on his hair to give it a bit more definition.
So it doesn't look like ramen noodles.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like ramen noodles.
It's the only thing ruining his model. Like, he's got nipples. Nipples are awesome.
Thing is about the hair, that's just a paint thing more than a model thing.
Yeah, it is. But, oh my god,
so,
is it throwing off this model so much.
It is. Like, aside from that, that's just about the only criticism to make of this model. Otherwise, it looks amazing.
It looks amazing,
Actually,
but it's not... It doesn't
look
enough for me.
Look at his other pose where he's not holding his plasma pistol.
Where he's wiping his nose.
Yeah, where he's wiping his nose. Wanna
Yeah,
go?
that
Like, that's
it
how I see him.
is. That's just the that's just how he looks in his old art, his classic art.
I like him, but I'm not putting him in the running for the best model.
No. He's cool, but not that cool.
Yep, we got Abaddon again. Next up, we have the Locust, who I literally thought was an Imperial statue when I first saw it. I don't really like this model. I made my own out of the Commissar kits.
Pretty simple for something that's, $30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's really not worth it.
Then we have Squidward. I kind of like Squidward. Not the Locust. What is he? The Nexos.
Nexos, yeah.
So Squidward right here, he looks like Squidward. That's Squidward. That is all I'm going to say. That's literally Squidward. Like, even the thing looks like a giant nose. I can't get over that this looks like a nose. He's also looking very disappointed at this Hive City, and he's on his cell phone.
Trying to play Kill Team, but he's alone.
He's a nerd. Also, I do like the fact that he's using a portable hololith.
Very cool. The Grey Knight's got nothing.
Well, they're getting. They might get some rules-wise. They might get stuff model-wise now.
Yeah, they got that guy that everyone forgets about. I think it's.
What's his name?
I think literally his power, like one of his psychic powers, is to make people forget him. So he's doing his job.
Yep. Next up, we have the Drill Dow. This looks kind of neat, but kind of silly. I want it mostly for terrain than anything else because I don't even think it has good rules.
Yeah, if you get this because it's terrain. But as terrain, it's very expensive, and it's just this one piece.
Yeah, so let's see what people have done with it. I mean, it looks nice. It's cool for a Necromunda board, but that's about it. Like, I'm not impressed with this, but I don't think it's bad looking either.
No.
Next up, we have the Biophagus.
Biophagus.
Phagus. I'm gonna call it a Fluggus. Flug this guy. I can't help but think they only made this guy because they watched Invader Zim.
Or because they
quite literally, he has a gur. Like that's Invader Zim. Like that's from Invader Zim. That's the his enemy's dad's. Yeah, his enemy's dad, whose name I can't remember. But I kind of think that this model is awful.
What?
I like him in all of his absurdity.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to get him and cut off the cowl and the head and actually put like something like an actual head there, and maybe I'd like him a little bit more.
Like he has that like really pulpy mad scientist vibe, which really fits with the whole Lovecrafting.
Gene Stealer cult, yeah.
Yeah. They are really going for an aesthetic here. Also, I do like his Medicaid pack that he has on. It's really cool looking.
Yeah, it is really cool.
Plus, you got that amusing Regimental Standard article.
He did.
Oh, the Regimental Standard is so funny.
You know, I'm actually liking this guy more now that you say this. I kind of want him just for an Inquisitorial Acolyte.
Yeah, it's perfect for that. You just swap out the head into something more human-looking, and boom, you've got yourself
and cut off the Gene Stealer cult.
I mean, yeah, aside from that.
I don't think he's the best-looking model, though. He's not in the running for anything.
No. He's well in the middle, but he's not bad looking.
I think this is in the running for the worst-looking model, though. The Abominant, I do not like this model at all. It reminds me too much of like Resident Evil 7, I think it was, with the crazy rednecks.
I think they put a little too much effort into making it look mutated and crap.
Yeah.
The problem with him is that there's already an aberrant which has a split face, so he's not even that unique.
Yeah.
Like, he has that tiny little what's it called? Why am I blanking on these? The tiny little gene stealer things. They're called
I have a childish sense of humor.
Alexis.
Don't worry. I'm putting him in the running for the worst.
Are you thinking what I think you're thinking?
Yes, I am.
Goddamn.
All right, so next,
moving on.
He's in the running for. Wow, we're actually getting close to the end here. Did the Primaris Hellblasters come out this year? I don't think so, right?
No.
They're way older.
Yeah. Primaris Apothecary, did he come out this year?
No.
He did not.
Okay. Primaris Captain did not. He did not. They did not. He did not. They did not. I don't know if Aggressors did.
They did not.
I know the Impulsor did come out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but let's continue. Oh yeah, the Phobos stuff did come out this year, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did.
So
Got the freaking Impulsor in here.
Start off here. So we have the Primaris Lieutenant Sonic the Hedgehog right here. I hate the fact that the smoke on the bottom of him makes him look like he's sliding, and that's the smoke from his shoes. So he's just Sonic the Hedgehog, and he has a mohawk, of course.
So fast.
Gotta go fast.
I do not like this model at all.
No, I don't like him either.
I'm just not a fan of this model. Yeah, no. Nope.
No.
I don't think he's one of the worst, though.
I'm just wondering why he has that random little knife when he has a combat knife right there.
I know, right? Then we got the Primaris Captain in Phobos armor. I actually kind of like this model.
Yeah.
He kind of gives off Teleon vibes.
That's what I really thought he was at first.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's not.
Yeah.
I think Teleon might be too old.
No, because they could do they're gonna do the Rubrikai, whatever it's called, to like everybody.
Rubicon.
You mean the Rubicon Primaris?
Yeah, whatever.
Crossing the Rubicon was just too difficult to resist.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen anyone super old get the Primaris treatment.
Wait to see if Dante does.
We'll see.
Now we have the Primaris Librarian in Phobos armor, the Milady Marine.
Milady.
Tips Fedora.
How did they not? How did they not see that? I mean, I get
know.
the fact that he's supposed to be like putting his hand up to his temple.
Nope.
But they really did not figure this one out.
He's literally tilting his psychic fedora. Milady. Come on, GW. I'm not putting this in the running for the worst model, although it does look like he's quite literally wearing a backpack. He has straps and everything for his backpack. It's so bad. He looks like the type of fat nerd that has like the ridiculous backpack with all the pins on it and everything, who literally goes around holding doors open for people saying "Milady."
Saying actually.
Yes. Oh my god, I don't like this model. I'm putting it in the running for the worst.
It's not like, in and of itself, without all the jokes, it's not a bad looking model.
Yeah. So next up we have the Primaris Impulsor. This thing is
Go away.
This is a thing.
A freaking dedicated transport with a 4-up input.
It's rules wise, this thing is absolutely incredible. This thing is amazing rules wise. Model wise,
it looks dumb.
The damn truck bed in the back.
Yeah, it's a pickup truck. I don't like that.
It's a pickup rhino.
Like you see the front, you think it's all cool. You turn it around, and you think that part of the model is missing.
That's what it feels like. It
Yeah,
actually
it even
feels like.
has.
Go ahead.
Like, go ahead.
Sorry, I keep breaking up. If you look in the back, it has speakers.
It does. I guess those are supposed to be charging ports for the backpack. I do not like this model. I think rules wise it's incredible. I've seen some really nice conversions with it, but overall I gotta say that this thing is not very good. It also has the damn cat meme on it with the person poking their head out. Like, where is it? Yeah, there it is. It's the Ultramarine Party van. Okay. I don't think it's the worst design model of this year, but at the same time, it is pretty bad. This thing came out last year. The Primaris Invictus High Noon Warsuit. This thing, the only thing it's missing is a cowboy hat.
Yeehaw, partner.
Um,
Even in death, it's high noon.
Cut that.
You know what the weird thing is, though?
Hmm?
I actually love this model.
Oh yeah, it's neat.
It actually looks really cool in person.
Well, it looks good, and it's got like all the, it's got the posing options, like whether you have the gun holstered or out. Like
Yeah,
you could
and it
literally have
also
it. You could literally have it tipping a hat.
it also looks like Relic could animate the thing without it having it squatting like a duck.
The fact that Dreadnought's waddle is amazing. I do think that this thing does have a little bit to be desired. Like, if you just put some paneling here and here across here, so all you saw was his torso and his hands, I think the thing would look a lot better, and I probably am going to do that to my own. But overall, I think this thing is amazing looking. Like, I actually really like this model.
So it does kind of look like the pilot is stuck in there.
It does. It does.
Also, he has tiny shoulder pads.
Oh, okay. So with the Star Collecting Space Chaos Space Marines, we get to talk about the Venom Crawler, the new Obliterators, the Greater Possessed, and this guy.
Master of Possessions.
Yes, I'm not a fan of the Master of Possessions.
What?
He just.
What do you mean? He's
he looks
metal.
like he's okay.
He's metal as heck.
Do you know that point where you run after something and then you trip, so you think running faster will for some reason get you stabilized again? That's what he looks like he's doing. He's falling over.
He's floating with psychic power.
He's floating with stupidity.
I have to disagree with you on this.
Yeah, this model actually looks really good.
I don't like it
Sure,
as much.
sure, it's over the top, but it is still good looking.
Although the Venom Crawler is arguably one of the coolest looking models GW has ever released.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Spooderbot.
if you want to make a really cool Lord Discordant, get this kit and then take out the face and replace it with half a body, and you get a ridiculously cool conversion.
With a very large butt.
With a very, like, baby's got back. Also, the
I
new
like
Obliterators, we have to talk about these. They look incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
They
it's not
do.
loading for some reason. But whatever. We don't need it to load.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the page just froze. It's whatever. I don't even care. But I really, really, really like the new Obliterators. I like that they're made out of Centurion armor, which a lot of people missed. That these are Chaos Centurions. Which, the older editions before Centurions were a thing, the older Obliterators were Chaos Terminators.
Mm-hmm.
So, now with them being updated, Chaos do have Centurions in the form of Obliterators. So, I think that's really cool, and I like what they did with it. And then we have the Greater Possessed.
Also, I don't think I I think my opinion of the Obliterators went down when I saw the toes.
He enjoys the toes.
Hey, look. He's like Sigma. You gotta free the toes, too.
No.
The Greater Possessed, I like. They're essentially your Chaos Wolfen. And they just give out buffs. They're just really, really, really good. They're also really easy to convert. All you need is a Chaos Space Marine, something to up the size of the Chaos Space Marine just a little tiny bit, and some demon bits. And you're done. You got a Greater Possessed. I've seen a lot of conversions where people took Tyranid arms and put them on them for Greater Possessed, which I also like. And I want to put the Venom Crawler in the running for the best looking model of this year. Next up, we have the Lord Discordant. And yeah, this model is also one of the best looking models of this year.
On his bicycle seat.
Yeah, he is on a bicycle seat. But he just... Why isn't the page letting me zoom in anymore? There we go. I don't know why he gets smaller, but whatever. I love this model. I think that... Oh, never mind. The page decided to put it over here again. But regardless, I really like this model. I think he is really good. Also, his rules are fantastic. So I really like that model. Keeper of Secrets. Celeste, the Vengeful Alliance. Or Allegiance. I like this model, but I don't like this model. Here's an odd complaint. It looks too bland for Slanesh.
Like, here's the thing. I guess, like, with the Keeper and this, they're trying to go for that, like, regal demeanor. But it just ends up looking really underwhelming when people are just waltzing.
It also looks like handsome Squidward. Just saying.
I mean, is that such a bad thing?
Or Mr. X after a crazy Friday night.
Yeah, it does look like Mr. X.
Or Purple Xerxes from 300.
Yes! It does look like Xerxes.
Except this time the Slanesh version is wearing more.
Yeah?
Yeah. Which is funny.
Hey, at least he has a nipple.
He does have a nipple.
I do love their story, though. Like, that's my favorite thing about them. Also, the model isn't... The rules for this model are insanely good.
And I do like the Herald.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish GW would release a bunch of goat heads that would fit demonettes and everything.
Yeah.
That way we can actually get a proper demon army that looks really demonic.
I'd like that.
Red Boat. I don't think this model came out this year. I think this model came out last year. Amelia?
Amelia? Yeah, sorry. YouTube lags behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're lagging behind kind of bit.
Then we have the Knight Rampager. I really like this. This kit actually has more posability than the regular Knight. Its rules are good, and it just overall looks really good.
It's got so many spikes, you'll be painting it with your own blood.
Yep. But
Which
ironically, I don't think it's the best looking model of this year.
No, I don't agree. They look like knights, but there's enough of a difference to make them chaosy. It's very subtle.
It's certainly distinct. Like, it goes a little bit beyond just spiky knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like it, but it's not the best.
Nope. It's good, but not great.
Then we have the Traitor Commissar and his Ogren buddy. And
those guys just look cool.
Yeah, that's it though. They look cool.
Not much else.
I have these two. I love them. I have all the Blackstone Fortress stuff except for the Ambo. If you guys want to get me a cool gift, get me an Ambo. I really, 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 really dig these, but that's about it. Like, they look cool.
Yeah, that's about it. Now give us Trader Guard, Games Workshop.
Like, heck. Like, they actually have the right...
Whoops, sorry.
Like, the Commissar and the Ogre actually have the right loadouts to be some of the units in the Renegades. Problem is, Renegades are kind of crap.
Yeah, they are. So next up we have Khosrow Khan.
Burb.
He does have Burb, so Burb is important. Burb looks cool. I do like Burb. Overall, he's missing
not
a
in bike,
Moondragon.
and he's not going fast.
Top knot sword.
He does have a top knot sword, and he does have a weird banner.
The top knots.
I mean, he doesn't. Here's the thing, though. He doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
No, he looks good. He's just not going fast enough.
Yeah. Like even the burb is just sitting there.
Yeah. Looks very static.
Yeah, for a white scarf model.
Next up, we have Blood of the Phoenix, and the only two models we're really going to look at. I know that the Howling Banshees came out, but they look kind of bland.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
the Clavex came out for Dark Eldar.
So we got the Howling Banshees. Looking at them, they actually do look kind of cool, but overall, they're still some of the worst units in Eldar, even with the updates. And then we have the Trueborn guys.
Are
These
those
guys,
the Trueborn?
Are these Trueborn? No, they're not Trueborn.
No, they're Incubi.
Yeah, they're clones. I like them. They're less spiky and more menacing looking. And yeah, they look good. They look good.
Yeah, they're the Dark Eldar bodyguards.
I actually think the Dark Eldar character looks way better than the Jenzar.
Yeah, agreed. And he's the fallen Phoenix Lord.
Yep, that did get confirmed.
Yeah. So, take that, Ramlace. Your theory has now been...
Hey.
It's just kidding.
Okay, this is gonna sound mean, but I want to put Jenzar in the running for the worst looking model of this year.
Like I get it. She has a lot of hair, but god damn.
She is standing on her hair.
The hair occupies more space than her body.
Yeah.
I mean, like, technically, this is an impressive looking model, but it doesn't, like, my goodness, is like, I look at this and I think transportation is a nightmare for this thing.
Like here she is like jumping around, but just imagine her just walking around with that dragon behind her.
Oh my god.
Like, it looks like they took like a very stylized art piece and tried to make a model out of it, but then she just stands out.
Yeah.
Again, technically, this is super impressive as a model, but it's a way too over the top. And yeah, this is the art. This is what the art style of it should look like, not what the model itself should look like.
Even then, that's too much.
Well, the art style, like the art of Jane Sar, has always been like super over the top, even for Eldar standards.
Yeah. But like since it's art, the perspective can be like focused on her, and her hair is just in the background or off to the side.
The focal point is the hair.
Yeah. She's literally standing on it.
Yeah, like just the fact that the hair is it draws the eyes so much, and the fact that her armor is painted white, the focal point of the model just does not work, because I'm looking at hair. This is a model. This is model hair.
Yeah, it is.
Like if you have the model, you're going to be painting the hair most of the time.
Yep.
To infinity and beyond.
So we got Torgard Garadon,
aka Buzz Lightyear.
Either Buzz Lightyear or the sergeant from Toy Soldiers.
Oh yeah, he kind of looks like him. But yeah, his artwork looks like garbage. His model looks awesome.
I know, right? His art style is in the same art style as this, which I hate. I think it looks terrible. And I'm talking about the cover art. And his model actually looks pretty good, though. Why did they give him a grav gun? Like, they should have switched this with the Iron Hands guy. The Iron Hands guy should have the grav weapon, and he should have a heavy bolter. It would make sense with Imperial Fist. I don't think this model is that bad looking, although his backpack is freaking massive for no reason. Like,
Isn't
look
it?
at the size of this
So,
guy's backpack.
isn't it supposed to be Gravis armor?
Yeah. Or,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Gravis armor.
Wait, that's way too big of a backpack for Gravis armor. Maybe they had to make it bigger for the grav gun.
Yeah.
I don't like this model. I don't think he's terrible looking, but I just
I
don't like this
I
model.
like him.
I like the cape.
I like the fact that he is so big that you can't you can barely see his cape. I didn't even realize he had it until you turned him around.
Yeah, you must have just got noticed from the sash.
Yeah. I honestly thought it was like more armor plating, but I guess
But, oh, you should be looking at it. The cape is thick.
Yeah, it is pretty
Yeah.
thick.
You
All
could
right.
kill someone with that.
Next up, we have the the Salamander guy, who, again, the art looks atrocious for. And
model-
he himself kind of looks mediocre.
he has a boot. He has a boop hammer.
He does have a boop hammer.
Boop.
So he can boop snoots.
Overall, I kind of like his model, but it's not terrific. I've seen better conversions of him than I've seen of him being painted. And yeah, he looks okay. Nothing to write home about, and I don't think anybody's actually using him. So yeah, that's all I got to say about him.
I like his cloak. That looks cool.
Yeah.
Dinosaur cape.
He does have a dinosaur cloak. Next
Yeah.
up, we have the Havocs. They're Chaos Space Marines with heavy weapons. They look okay.
Yeah, they're much like they're okay.
Yeah.
Like, E.
Okay, I think we've gone through everything. So let's move all of the best models over and keep the worst models. Okay. That's one of the best. That's one of the worst. That's one of the worst. That's one of the worst. That's one of the better ones. That is one of the better ones. Okay, Ridge Runner is one of the better ones. And, okay. So, right off the bat, we're going to go with the worst models of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to do the top 3 out of these. So, for that, we have the Phobos Armored Primaris Milady Librarian. We have the Master of Executions. We have the Bread Box, which I think wins the design for the worst tank of this year. We have Tigerius. We have Genzar. And we have the Abominate. Notice how a lot of these are HQs. We also have the, whatever the hell this guy's called. The Mechanicus dude. All right,
I honestly forget.
Put in your bets. Chat, I want you guys to say this first. Which one is the worst?
So
Wait, before you go,
do we start at number 3?
we have to wait to see what chat wants to say. Which one of these 7 models is the worst?
Well, they can say the worst, but we can start at number 3 and move up and give them time in that case.
All right, so we have to vote. I want to say compared to the others, the Milady Librarian doesn't look as bad.
Yeah, like I wouldn't put like the Milady Librarian or even Tigerius on the top 3 worst.
Okay.
No.
But like
Do we agree
they're
with
still
that?
Yeah, I think we can remove those 2.
like they're still all right models. It's just like
Yeah, again, most Primaris stuff is just okay.
yeah, it's alright.
All right, now let's see what is. Ultramarines are the worst. Admech Vehicle, Abominant. Okay, the Master of Execution. The Master of Execution is on there a lot.
Because I would say that because like even for like in HQ, there's just like the axe just looks so bland.
So Genzar compared to the others.
I would probably put her in 3rd for me.
Yeah, because like
I
the
would
hair
say
is
for our
silly,
first
but her
list.
model still has some nice detailing on it.
Like, again, technically impressive, just
Like like it's not ugly or anything to me.
no.
It's just silly.
All right, so are we agreeing to take it off the list? In lieu of the other four.
You know, compared to some of the stuff on here, I would take her off the list.
Yes.
She'd be like number 4 for me.
Yeah, I agree. Let's take her off the list.
Okay. So, now we have the 4 left. So which one of these gets the vote to stay? I think chat has decided that the Master of Execution is on the list. The Abominant is on the list, and the AdMech vehicle is on the list. So
not the HQ. So the HQ gets to leave.
All right.
Because I like him too. Because I have a thing for AdMech.
All right. So I think my third place is going to be the AdMech bread box.
Yeah, agreed.
Do we agree on that?
It is the least offensive of the 3.
Yeah, I will agree on that.
Number 2.
I put the Abominant in number 2 because at least unlike the Master of Executions, he doesn't look bored and he actually, looks kind of unique.
Yeah, he looks like only slightly more unique because, as I've mentioned earlier, there is an aberrant head option that looks like him. So the only thing is his tiny little minion and his power sledgehammer, I think it is.
I feel like if there's like the Master of Executions version, it'd just be a gene stealer with like some extra scaling and a hammer that's just a metal block and a stick.
Right. So I think we have our top 3. Number 3 for the worst model of this edition of this year, 2019, is the AdMech bread box, otherwise known as the Scorpius Dune Rider. Number 2, the Abominant. And number 1, the Master of Executions as the worst model that came out this year.
Yeah.
So actually we should keep up the Master of Executions really quickly. Just so I can compare it to the best.
Oh. Yeah. He is just aggressively ugly.
Okay, so we'll move this model back to here. And now, for your runner-up, I think the best tank/vehicle... Ooh, we actually have multiple tanks and vehicles in the best slot. So... I think the Ridge Runner is nice, but I don't think it belongs on the list.
No.
It's just a neat little toy car.
Although, the reason that I love it so much is because of her.
I mean...
it's such a unique feature for any vehicle that I really like it. But I will agree that it is not the best model of this year compared to the others.
Right.
So, here are your 5 best models of the year. This is going to go as top 5. Okay? We have the Gene Stealer Magos. We have Abaddon the Despoiler. We have the Keeper of Secrets, Bahamut. We have... Why are you not zoomed in? Zoom in. We have the Lord Discordant. And we have the Venom Crawler. So... let's see what we got.
Who goes off the list?
Let's...
This is a trickier one, because all of these look really good.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm about to say it,
I think Abaddon.
Abaddon too. I think he gets to go.
So, Abaddon as number 5. Number 4, I would give to the Magos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magos.
Okay. Number 3, I would give to...
I'd say...
the Lord Discordant?
Yeah, Lord Discordant. Yeah, it's a tricky one because both of them have very similar aesthetics.
Yeah, they are very similar. I just like the Lord Discordant a bit more just because of just the extra details on him, like the chain blade, the cloak.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, Lord Discordant definitely should be number 2. So yeah, I think all of us agree that Keeper of Secrets has won
number 1.
2019.
Yes.
2019's best top 5 models.
Also, I would like to keep in mind that the top 4 models out of everything that we picked, Chaos got all like top 4.
Chaos had the best models. All right,
Pretty
so
much.
top 5, we have Abaddon, the Despoiler, as number 5. We have the Magos from the Gene Stealer cult as number 4. We have the Venom Crawler from the Start Collecting Chaos Space Marine set. Does not have its own kit yet. As number 3. The Lord Discordant as number 2. And number 1, in my heart, in my soul, is Bahamut, the Keeper of Secrets. I just love this model so much. It is such an impressive and very unique model, and it just looks amazing. Like, everything about this model is incredible, even compared to any of the other demons that ever came out. I think this model is number 1.
Easy.
Imagine how much different the runnings would have been if Sisters had come out just as.
Oh no, I was fully counting the entire Sister box set. I don't even consider that in the top 10.
No. That's what I was talking about. Like, all of the impressive stuff for the Sisters is coming next year.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So, all right, let's see. I'm actually surprised by the lack of Sisters this year. Yeah, the GW did kind of, yeah.
Well, they only got the one box, and the one box is not that impressive.
So, yeah, even the chat agrees that the Keeper of Secrets is the most unique model from GW's line. So next year is going to be dominated by Sisters. I'm okay with that.
Maybe, we'll see. I mean, they are the starting point that we have to work with.
Ooh.
And we have an entire year to go.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say Grey Knights are going to get an update next year about 2 model kits. That's it.
Because they are getting Ritual of the Damned.
I'm going to say that they're getting at least 2 model kits. I'm going to say Dark Angels are going to get more stuff. I think Dark Angels are going to be on that list. I think...
I don't see Space Marines ever making it to the top of these.
I don't either. They're not unique enough. They are very nice. I want to see some new Tau in next year.
Yeah.
I want to see I want to see close combat suits. I'm sorry. I know it's completely different from their fighting style, but I don't care anymore. I want freaking anime robots.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, there was that rumor about Centipede Necron Lord.
It would be cool to get some new Necrons as well as some new Imperial Guard. Maybe update their tanks so they're a little bit bigger. But I can't wait for next year. I think it's going to be incredible, and I'm really hyped up for everything that this year brought. Ironically, I don't own 4 out of the top 5 models, and I really do want to get Abaddon. I have way more than enough Magoses. I think I have 7 Magoses. I want to get the Start Collecting for Chaos Space Marines because I want to build Black Legion. I also want to build Slanesh Marines. Emperor's Children. I want to build... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff for the studio that I want. And I want 3 Keepers of Secrets, if not 4. So, with that all said, I think that we can wrap this up with a comparison from the best looking model to the worst model of this year. The worst looking model being the Lord Executioner, to the best model being the Keeper of Secrets. So you can see it's just the lack of effort with this model versus the this is amazing. Also keep in mind this was brought to you by 2 Inquisitors and a Slaneshi Harlot.
Yeah.
And keep in mind I'm the Inquisitor, so is Victor. The Slaneshi Harlot is white.
Hello.
No.
Anyway, guys, from all of us here at my channel, Egoqueenalexis, I want you guys to check out all the links in the description down below. There you can follow me on all sorts of social media. I pose a lot of questions on Twitter and have been posting art quite a bit on my Facebook as well. be a part of my Discord. My Discord has a open and welcoming fan base. It is amazing, and we talk about mostly 40k stuff, as well as playing games together if you're a patron. We have a lot of RPGs going currently, so if you're looking to get into 40k RPGs, be sure to join the Discord. As always, support me on Patreon. It goes a long way to helping me out. It gets me models like that. And I really, 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 really want to get one of these, like, really badly. Like, oh my god, really badly.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, as always, I'm Egoqueenalexis. I love you guys. Bye.
See ya.
My mouse is not working. Why is my mouse not working? It is... Oh, I'm over here.